What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. Today we're going over an updated guide on how new light and returning Guardians can get the Wishender exotic bow in 2023. The Wishender is an extremely versatile and powerful exotic bow, great in PvP as well as PvE, with its ability to highlight hidden targets, plus over-penetrating arrows that deal damage as it hits an enemy, as well as when it leaves an enemy. The Wishender is also the only weapon that can destroy the Dreaming City's wish eggs, which you'll need to destroy to claim the Cursebreaker seal and title. While the Wishender quest called AWOKEN Talisman is fairly cut and dry, there have been a high number of Guardians who have had varying issues, bugs, and even glitches with the quest itself that prohibited their ability of getting the Wishender. So I'll be addressing several different roadblocks that you may or may not encounter through your journey of claiming the Wishender. I'll also be leaving timestamps in the description below so that you can easily jump to whichever segment of the quest that you need help on. Before we get started, if you do end up enjoying the video and finding it helpful, then please be sure to hit that like button below along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated. To start your journey of getting the Wishender, you will need to own the Forsaken pack in order to acquire and complete the AWOKEN Talisman quest. Before doing anything at all, you need to ensure that you have at least 4 quest slots available in your quest tab. Reason being, when you acquire the AWOKEN Talisman quest, it will take up 1 quest slot. But in the process of completing this quest, you will receive 3 tokens that will take up 3 more slots. If your character does not have available slots, the tokens could end up going to your postmaster, and in a situation where your postmaster might be full, this could result in the complete loss of a token, requiring you to clean slate the whole process and start over. To the same effect, you will want to ensure that you have 1 kinetic weapon slot open for when you do receive the Wishender. You can acquire the AWOKEN Talisman quest from the quest kiosk in the tower, which can be found to the left of the postmaster. If for any reason you cannot find the quest listed in the exotics quest tab, be sure that you don't already have the 3 tokens. If that's not the case, you may have to visit Petra Venge at the Dreaming City and pick up the quest from her. Once you've gotten the AWOKEN Talisman quest, you will need to head to the Shattered Throne dungeon, which is on the Dreaming City in the Director. This does not have to be done alone. You can go in with a team. Your first objective of the AWOKEN Talisman quest will be to interact with the statue of Sjur Eido, which is located just outside the doorway after the first boss encounter against the Taken Ogre called Vorgeth. When running through the Shattered Throne for the first time, it's important to complete everything up to this point as normal. Do not attempt to cleanse any tokens that you don't already have. So if you discover any orbs, leave them be. Otherwise, it could result in you having issues with receiving the next steps of the quest. After interacting with the statue and listening to a short monologue, you'll be given 3 tokens that will need to be cleansed. The Dreaming token of Querim, Eriviks, and Xavoth. Once you've got these tokens, you can now exit to orbit. All of your tokens should also be reading as Dreaming tokens right now. You'll need to head back into the Shattered Throne to complete all 3 of the token objectives. So you'll need to reset your checkpoint back to the Erebus. It is in the Erebus that you will need to cleanse your first token, the Dreaming token of Querim. This will need to be done before activating the plates within the Erebus. After defeating the first group of adds, you'll need to head to the left towards the Tower of the Deep, where you will find an orb on the top floor of the tower. You'll need to take that orb to an adjacent rooftop of the Ingress and place it in the open-handed statue. This will summon in 2 large Minotaur bosses that have very heavy stomp attacks, but once both have been defeated, you will get flavor text in the bottom left of your screen which reads that you are worthier. Your Dreaming token of Querim will also change to a Cleanse token. You will now need to complete the Erebus encounter as normal. Your next token will be in the Descent, where I recommend the use of a scout rifle or a weapon with range, as there will be a heavy force of snipers as well as force pushing taken ogres that you need to stay away from. Having sniper resistance mods on will also be very helpful. You will need to collect 2 orbs and return them to their respective open hand statues. This will in turn unlock a room which will contain Eriviks. The first orb can be found in the large room with ogres and blights. I recommend going through the room and defeating all of the ogres first, as you'll be rather defenseless when running across these beams with an orb. You'll find the orb located on the back side of the pillar, where the very first ogre spawned in. You'll need to take this orb to the far right wall, where you will find another group of statues, with one holding out an open hand. Place the orb, then make your way through the beams, and get to the doorway at the end, leading to the thrallway.
Here's a thought. Instead of fighting, let yourself be taken. You wish for answers, don't you?
It's important that you do not die at this point, as death will revert you back to the top of the descent, requiring you to rinse and repeat this whole process over again. Before going through the doorway, be sure to grab the hidden chest to the far right ledge. Once you've entered the doorway, you will be in the thrallway, where your mobility is limited. As soon as you enter this area, there will be a small room to the right that you'll need to grab the next orb from. You will then need to run through all of the thrall and make your way to the end, where the drop off to the chasm is. Drop down and locate the next statue on the right side wall. Once you've dunked the second orb, you will see that a door will open directly across on the other side of the chasm. Enter this newly opened room where you'll have a ton of taken scions that spawn in. Clear through the waves of scions until Eriviks spawns in on the middle platform. After dispatching Eriviks, your dreaming token will convert to a cleanse token, and you will be able to progress onward to the Vorgeth encounter, where you'll find your next and final token to be cleansed. Once you've began the Vorgeth encounter, you will need to defeat the 4 wizards called Keepers of Petitions. Collect their 4 orbs, which give you Petitioner's marks. Then dunk that energy into one of the 4 podiums in the room. Keep in mind that you can only dunk once at each podium. After dunking, your final token objective will become available. A taken Minotaur will be spawned into the room once you have dunked. This Minotaur tends to spawn in somewhere between where the back wizard and the right side wizard were located. After you defeat the Minotaur, a new orb will appear and will be at the top of the steps where that back wizard and adds were. You will need to pick this orb up and transport it along the wall to the next open-handed statue. By the time you get to dunk the orb, the damage phase for Vorgeth will have ended, and a new set of wizards and adds will spawn in, as will the taken ogre Xavoth, who you will need to defeat in order to cleanse the final token. Since Vorgeth's shield will now be up, you can use this opportunity to defeat Xavoth, who is much weaker than Vorgeth. This way you won't have 2 ogre bosses blasting at you while you're trying to take down the wizards. After Xavoth has been defeated, you will need to speak to the statue of Sjur Eido one more time, which means that you will have to defeat Vorgeth before being able to do that. Once dispatching Xavoth, you'll be able to rinse and repeat the process of claiming the petitioner's marks, but since you no longer have to worry about cleansing a token, you can go straight to boss damage against Vorgeth after dunking. Once Vorgeth has been downed, the doorway will open up, allowing you to move forward and speak with the statue of Sjur Eido, where you'll get another short monologue, followed by the rewarding of the Wishender and the completion of the Awoken Talisman exotic quest. Since Wishender has the intrinsic ability to pierce anti-barrier shields and deals bonus damage against taken enemies, it can be quite the dominating force in a lot of in-game content, and is definitely an exotic that is worth your time in acquiring. With that being said, I wish you all the best and luck in getting the Wishender. Let me know in the comments below if you have any further issues completing this quest, and let me know what your thoughts of the Wishender are. Thank you as always for checking out the video. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated and both really do help support the channel. If you're a new Light Guardian just starting your journey, or a battle-hardened veteran just looking for a new home, be sure to check out the Discord link in the description below and join one of the greatest communities in all of Destiny. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.